I've just got the word that Iris Chacon is putting out a videotape, Puerto Rican aerobics. It's available. You have a question?
Yes, my question is for Rita.
Yeah.
And I was wondering...
I'm surprised anyone wants to ask me anything with this gorgeous pulchritude over here.
Don't you know who you are, lady? You are pride and joy.
I was wondering, when you're working in your films and you're working with your leading men and they are kissing you, how do you control yourself?
You'd be amazed how easy that is. I'll tell you why, because
they're all gay. Just a wild guess.
She's going to do a movie with Eddie Olmos. What are you talking about?
Well, except for him.
Yeah, that's right. No, it's difficult because even if you feel very attracted to the actor, there's a million people looking at you and you don't want to see them becoming attracted to that person. It's invasive, you know, with all these people staring at you. I die.
Didn't you play opposite Marlon Brando?
Yeah. Oh.
In life, too.
In life.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, and that
On
was,
and off
we had a
screen.
love scene. It was just, we laughed a lot. I mean, every time I'd go to give him a smoldering look, it's very hard to be serious about that stuff.
I'd like to ask Edward how he likes filming Miami Vice and if he gets into the storyline, or is it just a job?
I love the character. Miami Vice is fun when the stories are great. When the stories are not, it's very difficult. It's a wonderful show. I really have a good time on it.
How much longer do you think you'll
You
stay?
said that with a straight face.
Diplomate.
How many times do you say, what's the word out on the street?
I think that the show will go on for another year. It is.
One more?
I think so.
Hi, I'd like to ask Esai how he got started in acting, and is it true that you turned down the lead to La Bamba?
Well, I was looked at for the lead for La Bamba, but when I read the script and I realized that I could probably be of more service, of more use for the film as the heavy, because a lot of pain and identification was, you know, available in that thing, I realized that was for me. I felt I could be more of an actor. Playing a 16-year-old innocent was something that I feel I could have done, but better suited for someone like Lou Diamond, who just came in, he was like the character. So, and the way I got into it, I have very rich parents that bought my way. No.
You too. Hey.
No, I went to Performing Arts High School. I was just a kid from the Bronx who identified with everybody and felt with everybody and grew up with the Brady Bunch and just felt like I understood a lot of people, so I transferred
But you
that into acting.
studied. You
Yes,
worked at it.
you have
It's
to work
important to know
at it.
that.
A lot of people want to just become stars because they're interesting. That'll only get you so far.
Did it bother you, Paul, that Lou was not a Hispanic person?
No, it bothered me that Robbie Benson. Well, see, somebody asked me this on your show, and the thing is, Robbie Benson played a Hispanic. Lou Diamond Phillips, who's more Filipino, I believe, right?
He's
Played that. At least we're moving in the right direction. You know? I think by 1990, Hispanics will be playing Hispanics. It's a goal, it's a dream.
Hi, I wanted to ask Cheech, do you feel you've had an influence on drug usage and the drug culture? Because although I know that you're a very educated man, I'm a college student, we all have an attitude, yeah, let's get a Cheech and Chong movie, you know, and it's really true, you know, good pot and everything.
What's the question? What's the question?
Do you feel that you've had an influence?
Negative.
Negative?
Yeah, negative. Well,
no,
positive.
not at all. I mean, you know, if you take that stuff seriously, you're way beyond help. The Cheech and Chong reflected what was happening in the culture at that time, and only about maybe not even a quarter, maybe a fifth of what we ever did involved drugs at all. And it was just lampooning that scene, and we weren't condoning or condemning it at all. We just portrayed it as it was, and it was a lot of fun sometimes.
Okay, mine is what I want to say is not a question. Actually, it's just a comment.
This is a speech? No,
No, it's just a comment to Paul. I heard you once talk about your sister dating an Iranian, and he's really hairy. Well, I got one. I guess he's bald because he doesn't have no hairy chest.
Maybe he's not.
No, he is.
You're Iranian? Okay, show me your hostage.
Yes, he is.
I'd like to ask Paul, during AKA Pablo's brief run, I think it had some negative response from the Hispanics because of the portrayal of the two families in there. And how did you feel about having to
Well, it wasn't a portrayal of two families. I still thank Norman Lear deeply. The man still stays in touch with me. The thing about that is that a lot of people who disagreed with what I did on the show, if you really look at the show, you were on the side of my parents, because my parents on the show didn't like what I do. That was the conflict, but a lot of people just saw the overall effect of the show. And let me just say this, whether you hated it or you didn't or you liked it, the thing is, we were on the air, and I hope another show comes along, whether I'm in it or not, that, you know, Hispanics deserve a half hour out of 24-hour Caucasian television. We deserve a half hour.
Yes! Briefly, Cheech, do we have a responsibility? No, Esai, let me ask you, because I know you want to do a gang film now. Do we have a responsibility to do just positive image films?
I think we can't limit ourselves to playing, you know, howdy-doody characters. The film that I want to do isn't per se a gang film, although the central character is the leader of a gang. It's, again, I don't want to seem typical, but it's a people film. And because, like in Bad Boys, I had two cronies, it was considered a gang film, and we have to really be careful how we generalize this. I personally think I got some flack from some college students, a couple, just a few, said, "Don't you think that in La Bamba you played a negative, stereotypical character?" And I would say, well, wait a minute, I didn't wear a headband or a switchblade. Beside that, every other problem that my character in La Bamba had is shared worldwide with every community, and I don't think it's fair that Hispanics should take the blunt of all these things.
Right on. Okay, good enough. Let's take a break. We'll be back. Heyday for Hispanics in Hollywood with a star-studded talent. Come back after this break. We're back. Okay. Now, Rita has already won her Oscar. How many people saw Stand and Deliver, Eddie's movie?
Yeah.
How many people think he should be nominated for Best Actor in that? No. Is that bad luck to talk about that?
What's that?
Is that bad luck to talk about?
Oh, no. I mean, that's really nothing but goodness coming back to me for work done. I really appreciate it.
You gained 40 pounds for that role?
Yeah, I went up to 200. Yeah, he deserved it. I mean, Jaime Escalante is a miracle, a modern-day miracle in the most unlikely of places. The guy is fantastic. I mean, really is. He has.
We don't know him, but your portrayal or something.
I'll tell you right now, he has tomorrow on, no, actually, today's, what, Thursday? Wednesday? On Friday. He's got 145 kids preparing to take the advanced placement test out of Garfield High School.
That's
Did you take calculus?
Did I know?
No, you didn't?
I took something like that, but I got it mixed up. I took the get me out of school.
I want to know how you did the hair business, how you got bald on top
I
of
have
it.
probably...
Stuck his head in a microwave oven, it fell off.
I had one of the finest makeup artists in the country today, Dee Manzano, who worked on me 3 hours a day to put it on and an hour and a half to take it off every day.
Did you actually shave your head?
No, she put on a skull cap and then she put on
That was a skull. It really looked real.
Yeah, I know. She's very good.
Did you put out an album, what, last year? You're in America Now, Speak Spanish?
Right.
And you told people to steal it?
Yeah, I got a lot of flack. I was doing a Denver radio show, and I almost got sued for this. I said, look, homeboys, it's almost Christmas, you know, and the buck is tough to get out there, so just go to your favorite record store and steal it. And today, my album has been one of the most stolen albums.
Yes, I wanted to ask Edward James, or I wanted to say something to Edward James Olmos. I saw one of the segments that they did on Miami Vice was excellent. That was the one where you had that Academy Award winner from The Killing Fields, and you were the show on that one. You were excellent. I wish they do more with you. Of course, I know we've all said it. They've all said it all day long. That all you basically do is, you know, hey Sonny, what's going on out there? But they really should do more, even if the show isn't going to last too much longer. If it is, I really mean that. And Rita, just one more little thing. I'll make it quick. Rockford Files. Rockford Files. You made me cry. Seriously, a couple times. You were excellent as Rita Kapkovich. I don't know what...
You remember the name?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding,
Jim? She
Jim?
was a hooker with a heart of gold.
This guy's a buff, really. Rita Kapkovich. What a stereotype. A Latin Spitfire. Rita Kapkovich. Yeah.
This is for the guy for La Bamba.
La Bamba.
Esai.
Esai.
Nice Jewish name.
Darling.
A nice Jewish name.
Okay. There has been a lot of controversy because of the Colors movie. As a youngster, you know, honestly, what do you think about it, about the movie?
because there has been, a lot of fights and killing. I could see that the guys have gone a lot crazier than, that they were.
I know Sean Penn, and I like him as a human being. He's one of the more misunderstood personalities. Whether it's his fault or not, I'm not to judge. I just, I don't make a living criticizing films, or at least I'm not getting paid for this one. Honestly, I think it was a film like any other film. I was a little disappointed that it didn't show, like Stand and Deliver, a way to beat it, a way to get out. It just basically showed two white cops as knights in shining armor in the jungle, and I had a problem with that.
Hi, Rita. I just want to say I grew up with West Side Story in my house every day, every night, dancing to songs from there. And the best one, I think, was the one that said, I have my own washing machine, but what do I have not to keep clean?
Right.
Well,
I like to be in America.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I was younger, we danced to this, and we had rice and beans for dinner. But when my dad got home...
You had rice and beans for dinner?
Listen. When my father got home, it was beans and potatoes, because I am Puerto Rican, and you said that we have to look like we're tan. And I'm not tan.
¿Eres puertorriqueña?
Yes. My mother was born in Magic West,
¿Qué
Puerto
es
Rico.
esto? Oye, qué cosa más linda.
Arroz y habichuela.
But my point is, when my mom got out here, she was not allowed to speak Spanish. I don't know Spanish due to the fact that the Americans told us, my mom, don't speak Spanish to your children. Don't feed them rice and beans. So now I was missed out due to the fact that they were so degraded at that time.
And you had to eat all those potatoes.
No. My mom gave us rice and beans, and still to this day I go and call her and say, Mom, do you have rice and beans? Can we come eat it?
You're hooked like we are.
Puerto Rican, look at her.
Yeah.
That's great. But there are lots of Puerto Ricans come in all colors.
We have the best rice and beans in my house, I must say. But Cheech's
My
grandma cooks some great food, I gotta say. All right. Wait, on this culinary note, we've got to take a break. I'm sorry. Talk us out to the commercial. Okay, quick.
Thanks. I'm very thankful for the opportunities now that are for Hispanics in the movie industry to keep those doors open. It has to come from the writers, so everybody get out there and write and tell your story.
Okay, positive role models. You want the answer? There they are. That's nuts. No, I'm serious. Edith, dance us all. Come on, dance us all.
Thank you.